Yo, what's going on YouTube? So I'm back to give you guys a quick update with my jury service journey. So last time I uploaded a video, I received a letter to go to courts for jury service during the lockdown. We're technically still in lockdown, but easing of the lockdown doesn't mean we're out of it, but eased. And yeah, so I did get an update and I did get a response from the juries, the courts, and I've also made some decision as to what I'm going to do. So I've actually chosen not to go. I've chosen to defer my jury service, which is just a fancy way of saying to postpone. So I've postponed my jury service until next year because, you know, even though we're kind of easing off the lockdown, I'm not really, you know, keen on traveling to the courts and going out in the public and using public transport, etc., because the virus is still out there. That's the reason number one. But two is because, you know, I feel like it won't be beneficial in terms of my position at work to now take jury service as well. So I've decided not to go and defer it for next year. So next year around the same time. And just for you guys to know as well, when you get summoned to jury service, you are legally allowed to defer or postpone it for the one time without any questions asked by the courts. So meaning if you, for example, if your date was supposed to be, your jury date is supposed to be August the 1st, you are legally allowed to defer it or postpone it, sorry, once up to a year from the original date that you're supposed to go. So August the 1st, you can postpone it until next year, July 31st. Anytime between that time, you can, you know, reschedule your jury service. And yeah, that's what I've done. And so the questions that I asked or posed as well last time in my video, if you watched that video, there's some sheets, some information sheets for people going jury service about, you know, with pay, how you are reimbursed, etc. And they did answer some of my questions, and the main one was how you get paid and if they reimburse you for any loss of earnings. And how it works is the courts, say for example the jury lasts, or the trial lasts between 1 to 10 working days. The courts, if say for example per day the jury service lasts more than 4 hours, let's stick to that example for now. If it lasts for 4 hours, over 4 hours every time you go in, for up to 10 days, they'll pay you a maximum £64.95. How it works is at the end of your service, you fill out a form, a claim form or loss of earnings form, fill that in, and the courts will pay you for the maximum of £64 per day. Yeah. And then this £64 per day, or this reimbursement by the courts, you've got to supply the documents to your employer, and your employer should top it up to the amount that you normally get paid per day. Yeah, so it may differ from employer to employer. You've got to speak to your HR about that, and I did, and that's what they said. So they say if the courts pay me £64.95 and I earn up to £100 per day, my employer will top the £64 up to match £100 per day, and that's how it works. After the 10 days, the payments are slightly different, because the courts would tend to pay most of it anyways, because after 10 working days, anything over 4 hours I pay you about 129 if I'm remember correctly. So pretty much the courts will pay all of it after the 10 working days. But yeah, that's how it works. That's what I've chosen to do. I'm gonna defer mine. So for the moment, I don't think I'll be, you know, talking about jury service until next year. But if I hear anything, but if there's anything changes, then of course I'm due to update you guys as well as to what's happening. But for now, be on the lookout for my next video as well. I've been working tirelessly over the last couple of weeks on this video, and yeah, I'm also working on others. I've just finished editing it. It's ready to go, but I'm also gonna be, you know, churning out some other videos too. So yeah, keep an eye out for that. Subscribe to my channel, push the notification bell if you haven't done so already, because, you know, once I'll upload it, you'll be able to know straight away. Anyways, take care guys.